watch the Detailing Kingdom video channel. Well, this is not BK Plaza, but I'm here in the middle of what we call in Malaysia the rice bowl, the state of the rice bowl of Malaysia. And here you are, you can see right behind me on my right and on my left, acres and acres of paddy field. Paddy is the substance before it becomes rice. The rice that we cook and eat. The Chinese like to eat rice a lot. The Indian as well. The Malay natives as well. We love to eat rice together with various vegetables, fish and meat, curry, non-curry. So those are the things that we eat. And rice is the staple food for most Malaysians and also the population in Asia. Okay, so this is how a paddy field look like. On my right, paddy that are just ripened or going to ripe. That is why the color is a little bit yellow golden. And on my left, paddy field that they have harvested. They have harvested the paddy. That's why it looks like this. A little bit more muddy with water. There are a lot of catfish or frogs. They can be eaten as well. Well, yes, the Chinese eat anything that the back is facing the sun. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting where I'm standing here because the feeling is so calm, so much peace. But it's a little bit hot. The sun high up in the afternoon. But this is the state of Kedah. Okay, Kedah. This is the state of Kedah that produce plenty of paddy for us to feed 32 million Malaysians. I think the statistics show that it's still insufficient, but we are working on it to have more harvest to yield more supply, the consumption of rice in this country. So why did I bring you guys here to watch this paddy? It is just not to get suntan in this afternoon, but it is a lesson where we would harvest natural products. We use the rice as one of our substances to make waxes. It is very starchy, smooth, tough. So therefore, that is why I bring you guys here to watch what paddy is all about. I will review some of it and bring for you to see. And this is what we are talking about, harvesting nature to produce products that we can use in our automotive detailing products such as waxes, paste wax, and also liquid wax or anything that we need for lubrication to make viscosity much more lower so that we don't generate heat. And rice bran has a good UV resistance. And rice bran also is very tough to the environment. It could withstand a lot of hazard or the assault from the environment. And we chose the rice bran because it is the purpose, but there are also rice bran from other countries in this planet called Earth. But here we are proud as Malaysians, as one of the producers, one of the main producers of paddy. So I drove all the way up here from where I live. I live down like maybe 500 kilometers down south. This is the north part of the peninsular Malaysia. So this is the state of Kedah, and the city is called Alostar. So back again to the rice bran. This is about the height of the plant, as you could see, just right at my waist. And this is how high it could be if it goes. And the machines will come to harvest it soon because it's turning light gold. And when it's ripe, it's totally gold color. I mean, it doesn't glitter, it's matte, but you could see when the sun sets down, you could see that it is really gold in color. So I'm going to remove one sample from here and I'm going to bring it to you. Yeah? I hope you enjoy this part of the video. Hi everyone, this is the second part of the paddy rice field video, and behind me it's like a water supply drainage, or we call this well, I'm not an expert in paddy planting, but this water behind me is not really a river, but they are meant to supply water for the paddy plants throughout the year or throughout the season that is needed. And this will be pumped across, or they have actually underground channels to pump across. And you could see behind me is hectares over hectares, hectares over hectares of paddy fields. It's very unending. It's right at the horizon and it's kilometers far away. Well, okay, I managed to get some of the paddy right here, and I'm going to move towards the camera, and you could see how it looks like. Beautiful plant. As I said, it looks golden. Now it's light gold. Like I said, probably maybe in a couple of weeks or 2 weeks time, it should turn much darker, old gold color. And this is how the paddy looks like. Yeah, a few strands of it, and inside the husk is where we call it the paddy steel. Is white in color or creamy look. Then we cooked it and we get rice. Yeah, so that this is where it comes from. A lot of fertilizers or animal feeds derive from the husk as well. So this is a plant that is totally, I would say, many times recycled over in that sense, or usable for besides human consumption and also for animal consumption. So this is a very very good effort and very good findings that we had, and we thank the chemical company who help us research for a better raw material, for a better environment to the earth, sustainable in the long term, and we don't need to use synthetic products. We still use it, but it's not much. It has been cut down a lot because natural products like this help us to make much better, tougher waxes and for other purposes as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something from here, and hope to see you again, and we probably show you some videos of how wax making would be in our next coming videos. See you. Subscribe and like us. Thank you. We had experimented many times about what is minimum and what is maximum of carnauba that can be added to produce a wax. And in this 100 gram or 150 grams that we are offering, there is really, in one sense, not in one sense that there is no such thing as, oh, there's just too much carnauba and carnauba is very hard, and if it is hard, then how could it be applied and melt? It's not so much of more or less, but the correct amount. So precision is the thing here. Precision is the essence of all truth in adding carnauba flakes or T1 carnauba into a jar of wax, be it 100 gram, 150 gram, or some people mix into 200 gram or 250 gram, okay, or 50 grams. So we would rather tell you that we maximize the amount of carnauba into that 100 gram packing or 150 gram packing. So then the question now is that how many grams did you actually added into the carnauba wax that we are offering? It's not about not disclosing, it's about being sensible, okay? To us, is how many percentage of volume, it's not important.
but rather precision, as I was talking about. So the right amount, the precision of the right amount is rather more vital, more essential in the recipe than emphasizing the volume. Because we want to give our customer the maximization uh, of uh, the ingredient, the raw materials that we mix, but in particular of this of canola or content or canola of waxes into this 100 grams or 150 grams, it's a lot. Okay, uh, I would say that comparing with all other raw materials that are mixed together in this jar, be it 100 or 150 grams, it is more than what you read or what you think in other brands that are offering. It's much more. Okay, um, the there is only a maximum uh, advantage or in having more canola wax. Okay, but it does not mean having uh, more or a lot, higher volume spells gloss or deep image, but rather um, we have to be very clever in getting the ratio right, mixing with other raw materials. Okay, so again, here we for other waxes that we make like hybrid or hydrocarbon or um, SiO2, everything in the recipe has to be very precise and very carefully calculated, and so that it's balanced. The reason because um, it is for the purpose of uh, uh, application and for the wax for the alcohol to kind of evaporate so that we could uh, remove it at the correct time. Okay. Now making waxes is a lot of thinking to do. But they said that maybe wax today is no longer much relevant because the availability of coatings and so on. I wouldn't agree because waxes are very important and very essential these days because to us, we had made the waxes equivalent to being permissible to be used as a maintenance product after you coat the car. Okay. Well, I know there are many other products that can be used for maintenance after coating, but personally, I prefer wax because the waxes that we made are harmless. It does not dilute, or rather, it does not make the coating dissipate, or it does not remove the coating at all, because we made it very friendly, very intelligently. So unlike other many waxes, it kind of we were told remove coatings from the car. Okay, so I'm glad that we make waxes that are smart, intelligent, and of high quality and high performance. More about waxes in the next video. Hello and welcome to DK Plaza. Thank you for watching the video till this part. And I would like to further emphasize that we cannot just make waxes based on the old theory, meaning to say the formulation and the ingredients based on what was like 10 years ago was still is 20 years ago. All right. Now we had informed you throughout the video about the ingredients that we used. Um, it's a lot to do with the content in the wax being able to withstand the current weather assault. We find that many waxes that were like made like dated 10 years ago is not able to compete in terms of gloss, in terms of endurance, in terms of durability, in terms of rain and sun. So we have used a lot of raw materials that are very high grade. In fact, uh, Canova waxes alone, melting point is about 60-65, but we have been able to buy the raw T1, which are above the 60-65, which would melt maybe 85 at 85, and a lot of other synthetic and silicon oil that are into our wax making of our waxes could withstand right to about 90 or even 100 Celsius melting point. So what we are saying is that the higher uh, the melting point is, the wax will be far more stronger. Adhesion, gloss, and everything is water beading, the durability, everything will increase. Okay, so besides that, I also would like to add on to what is not mentioned in the video earlier, is that we use a glass jar. Okay, this glass jar prevents UV from any light from penetrating into the jar, so that it does not degrade the waxes and so on. So this is a typical picture, or sorry, typical surface of our wax. And yes, coffee smell and so on. Okay, we have only coffee smell. We do not put any fruit flavor because we think that coffee is much more a mature concept approach. So all of our waxes, all these 4 waxes, have that coffee flavor. It's water based and it's made in Japan. Okay, now it is very important to understand that today we need far more strength, far more better raw materials that could take the impact of those weather assault or atmospheric pollutants which were mentioned and shown in the earlier part of the video. So we would like to invite those of you who have or those of you who are watching our video, that is to try our waxes and enjoy the beautiful of your ride, right? After removing the waxes. Now we start with hybrid, Canova, hydrocarbon, and SiO2. Now we like to emphasize one thing is that the prices do not influence the quality of the waxes. Does not mean Si2, which is the most expensive, is the best performance. All the 4 waxes performs exactly the best. Okay, in terms of gloss, in terms of water beading, water sheeting, it behaves differently. Okay, uh, other than that, the quality and durability, everything it's the same. All right, it's perfectly tuned to that way. It's just that some people like the water beading this way, that way, or the water sheeting is this way or that way. So we just make that differentiation so that you could choose uh, your wax that you want. Like hydrocarbon, if you're someone who loves to wash your car, hydrocarbon is one of the best because it could withstand a lot of surfactant from the shampoo. And if you like sparkling look, hybrid would be nice. If you like deep image, then Canova is your wax to go. And if you like good water sheeting, then SiO2 would be your choice. Now, bearing in mind is that none of our waxes, none of our waxes erodes or remove coatings. All right. We use our waxes for as a maintenance coating for our customer's car. You can use any of it after coating. But if you like to have something very deep in image and a lot of brilliance and magnified pigment of your car paint, then Canova is recommended. You can use our Canova to wax the car, remove the wax, and after about maybe 15 minutes or half hour, you can apply the coating. Okay. Now, a caution statement here is that this is only applicable to DK system. Okay, which means that if you want to use it for maintenance, then our wax is suitable because it doesn't erode the quality of your coating. And also, you can apply Canova prior before coating because our coating bites through the Canova, so it maintains the brilliance. I hope you like our video. Do subscribe and watch for the next videos that are coming. Thank you.